Cool. Yeah, boy. Welcome back to another episode of the NA podcast. Thank you very much for joining us again. We're very late to the party, but that's okay. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
How you been?
You know how I've been. We live together.
Yeah, but
For those playing at home, just fine.
yeah,
Just fine.
a lot has happened in the time from when we did our last podcast, and it was funny because we were like, we're ahead of time now. We're gonna have them out
We
every
jinxed it.
week. Yep.
Yeah, we did a big old jinx.
It's funny. I was watching Peter McKinnon, who's like a photographer on YouTube. He's not just on YouTube. He doesn't just exist on YouTube, but
Are
he
you sure about that?
No, I'm not 100% sure. He is on Instagram, so he maybe just floats in that realm. But he was saying that he put up a video saying he failed or something like I'm a failure or something. That's what some along those lines with the title. And the whole video was just about like how he always makes videos about like, this is what I'm gonna do. This is the videos I'm gonna make, and then like they never happen. And
You get it?
yeah, here we are.
Here we are.
A fucking month or so later.
We got busy.
We did. What's happened in your life? Well, our life, obviously, but what's happened in your family?
Oh yeah. I had a baby niece.
Woo!
Not out my clacker, out my brother's girlfriend's clacker.
Here she is.
Shout out Lauren for popping that little cutie out.
Yeah, shout out Lauren. That would have really hurt.
It would have really hurt.
Mm.
She got a head on her.
Yep, sure does. Looks like a bowling ball.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
cute bowling ball.
She's so cute.
Yep.
We just had a FaceTime with her, and she just had she just been fed, and she had like a big pot belly, and just wanted.
Yep, she was falling asleep. It's very
Yeah.
cute. Yeah. What else has been happening?
Not much. We got Sadie's decided to jump the fence a lot, so that's been fun. So we got a behavior trainer coming in on Friday.
We're on 24/7 watch with her at the moment.
It's been wild, man.
Yeah, so we've been watching her every move for the last 2 weeks now.
Yeah. So that's
Painful.
fun.
Yep.
But that's okay. And gonna get her some help. And what else? We've just been looking for houses because we got to move.
Yeah, we're gonna
In
move.
October.
We're gonna haul ass soon.
So yeah. But apart from that, the world's still ending. Everyone's in lockdown except for us. And yeah. Oh, that dude that I spoke to from Melbourne, he's like, yeah, I'm walking around Brisbane and you wouldn't know that there's a pandemic going on. I was like, yeah, man, we've been sweet. Brisbane's the place to be. Or just Queensland in general.
Other than the fact that it's fucking hot now already.
Yeah.
We are 2 weeks out of winter?
Maybe.
2 weeks, 3 weeks out of winter, and I want to actually end myself. I can't deal with the heat. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I moved to the hottest state in the fucking country, but you know.
Well, not the hottest.
I didn't mean it literally. Anyway, sorry. So yeah, I'm already dying, and it hasn't even hit 30 degrees yet.
Yeah.
I'm sunburnt. Don't like it.
Well, that's how it is, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, that's about it, I guess.
Yeah.
That's about it. Oh, actually, one thing I want to talk to you about, which is actually, I've been thinking about it and it's been bothering me because what has happened during the time that that we haven't been here, the American joint intelligence forces like FBI, CIA and stuff have admitted, verified that they have recovered crafts from out of this world. And it has just been brushed over.
A lot of people were saying that that these things were coming out because they were trying to direct the focus away from coronavirus.
Yeah, but how weird is it that
Didn't work.
No.
Everyone's still panicking.
There's been an actual admission that they've been hiding fucking alien spaceships, and it just got glossed over like it was nothing. And I understand that there's a global pandemic happening, but they've happened before. But you know what never has happened before? Governments admitting that fucking aliens are real.
Everyone knew that they were real. Well, not everyone, but
Yeah, but but they hadn't admitted to it. Everyone knew, but here's a proper admission that they've got this shit.
I want proof.
Well, there's the video proof
What video proof?
of there's a fucking jet pilot, and he has like video proof
Yeah,
like
I've
following
seen that.
them.
I want pictures.
of pictures
Yep.
like from the government being
Yep.
like, this is him.
Show the goddamn pictures of these fucking so-called space
Ships.
things.
Yeah.
Then I'll be on board.
You're not on board now?
Well, why would you believe anything the American government has to fucking say?
Well, I mean, why would they lie about
They
About
lie about
spaceships.
everything.
Yeah, but spaceships.
They lie about everything. So I would take it with a grain of salt.
So do you think it's like a lie because they are trying to
No,
deflect
not a
the
lie.
focus?
Not a lie, just a deflection.
Well, I don't like that. I don't like that.
I'm a kind of person who's like, I need to see it to believe it. I can't. Like, I'm not trying to take away from people who are like, aliens are real. Like, good on you for believing that. They probably are. But I need to see it. I need proof, and then I'll believe it. And then I'll be like, sorry, I was wrong.
But don't you think it's crazy that like, let's just say that there was photos, like to support what they're saying. Like, don't you think that's fucking wild?
If they were actual, like, if it was actually confirmed with photos and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that wild. The universe is huge.
No, I know, but like, there's like, it's like obviously it's funny because like we are like this statistical anomaly that we even exist, and that you're even alive is insanely impossible, but you are. And then like also, in the galaxy, like you look up, there's stars and they're all different suns, and in those suns have like the possibility of obviously making life on another planet as well, which therefore has like the possibility of making intelligent life enough to come and make crafts to come here. I know, it just seems insane to me that there's just like that they've like admitted to this shit and like it just got glossed over. It bothers me. Like obviously these beings are conscious, which means that like there's like a universal consciousness. Because the only way that you'd really want to even leave your planet to explore is because you're conscious.
Well, yeah.
How fucking crazy is that? Is that not the coolest shit ever?
It is cool, but like it's just that it's not super crazy to me because there has to be like the universe is big enough for there to be heaps of other planets with life on it.
Yeah.
So like it's not that crazy to me that there's probably a way more advanced one out there that has managed to get here.
So why also by the same token, there's so many other planets that they could have gone to. Like how'd they know to come here?
I don't know.
Is
I'm not a scientist.
Can you be? This is crazy.
I'm glad you think it's crazy.
It's just I think it's the coolest shit ever, and it just bothers me that like
it's nice that you think that. Honest to God,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
I think it's so shit that just
It's interesting, and
Fuck
I
yeah.
want to know more about the aircraft that they found and like what the actual aliens look like and stuff.
yeah.
Like I'm interested to see how, should all of this be legit, what their environment makes them look like.
Yeah, true.
And sound like, and how they act and stuff.
I
Because
wonder
if they've come from somewhere else, obviously they're a lot more far along than us.
Yeah.
Because we can't travel that far.
No.
So yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
For sure. I don't know. I think it's just it'd be awesome to find it because like that Bob Lazar documentary, he was talking about like seeing the beings while he was like walking, doing his work and whatever. I just want to know if they're like the phototypical.
No, they wouldn't be.
You don't reckon?
No.
Then where did that image come from?
Someone probably just fucking drew it. Like, aliens probably look like lizards. Let's do that.
True. It does look like just a big gecko.
Yeah. Yeah, they might look similar to us. They might just have like fucking 4 eyes and extra limbs and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
who knows?
Or
Or they could look completely different. They could be fucking boneless because of that's their environment. Like giant slugs or some shit.
or like jellyfish.
Yeah, like it all depends on like their environment.
True. I guess anything's like that, right? Yeah, it's weird. It's a cool thing to think about. But I hope I don't know. I hope they bring out photos and shit of them and be like, this is. What about if like you go to like you know how there's like air shows and stuff? Imagine if you went to an air show and there's just a UFO. Is that my? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. My headphones must just cut out. It's fine. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's so crazy that everything's just come out now during a pandemic, and it's just like,
Don't you
whatever.
think that's convenient though?
For sure. I think it's really convenient.
Or maybe it wasn't to distract from the pandemic, but they said it because of the pandemic so that not many people would pay attention to it or something.
And like once it's all said and done, they're like, oh wait,
it was something like
happened.
that. Yeah. And then they'll probably be like, you imagined all of that. We never said that.
Yeah, you just had like COVID fever.
Yeah.
Man. There was I was just thinking about like how there's like the little green I think they call them grey aliens, is what they're known as. I used to watch this like late at night when I was in high school. I used to watch this one YouTube channel called The Polished Knob, and it was an Australian YouTuber, and he had like alien encounters at his house. He like lived on property, and he always used to get like tormented by these aliens who would like try to like break into his house and stuff and like annoy him and shit. I wonder if he's still going, because I used to watch that shit and be like, holy fuck, why were these fucking aliens around his house?
How old
It's
were
crazy.
you?
Oh, like 21. No, I'm kidding.
You were in high school at 21?
Yeah, I'm real stupid.
I'm
No,
a big dum-dum.
Big idiot. No, I would have been like 16.
Too old to be believing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Were you still sucking on mummy's titty or?
No, I stopped at like 12 doing that. That's weird. Anything past 13 is weird.
Yeah. God.
Yeah.
My bad.
I don't know. Well, I hope they're real. I just hope they're not crazy.
I guess we'll wait and see.
Elon Musk is an alien.
Probably.
Fact.
So Zuckerberg.
Yeah, he's trying to put that thing in your brain so you can talk to each other without talking.
We do that already.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. That's my alien bit.
We're filming in the middle of the day.
Yeah, it's hot as fuck.
It is hot as fuck, and it's like the only day off that we've got this entire week together. So
yeah, we're trying to figure out we're trying to do the whole thing because obviously we're moving, like we were saying, and we're trying to find a place that's going to work the best for us, obviously, and that's a challenge in itself. But also, we're trying to figure out like how many days we actually have to logically do this.
yeah, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, and so that's gonna be fun.
Thinking about it makes me want to vomit, but it's fine.
And it's gonna be worth it. We're trying to figure out if we're gonna move to like just another house or acreage. It'd be fucking sick.
Acreage would be lit, fam.
Lit.
I would prefer acreage personally.
Imagine doing the NA podcast like festivals on acreage. Festivals.
Yeah, the NA podcast outdoors.
Live.
Yeah.
Everyone just comes and sits.
Nah, I'd get stage fright.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. It'd be far too sweaty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk to you about a video idea.
Yeah.
Because you don't really like cooking. Well, you do, but like
I like baking. I don't
Baking.
like cooking.
what I was thinking, I don't know if you're up for it, but to do like cooking challenge videos where like even if you have a recipe, but I think like without a recipe would be more fun. Oh, I know where I've got this idea from. The fucking Try Guys.
That's fine. We can still do it. They don't own it.
We'll steal it. And yeah, you like try to make like a recipe and try to like figure it out along the way, because I think it'd be funny because you're not very good with a knife, and
Yeah, let's video me cutting off my fucking finger.
it'd be good content.
I mean,
Talking about good content, go follow the NA podcast on Instagram. That's new.
Oh yeah. Nick made their account literally today.
Yep.
Like what, 20 minutes ago. So,
Yeah, so-
go and fucking follow it, or
Yeah.
I'll fight you.
Yeah, run it up.
What?
Tell your friends.
Yeah, run it up over here.
Yeah.
Oh, a
Run an aircon
puncher in
over
the
here.
face.
Hot.
It's not that hot. Fucking
no,
hell.
it's not so bad. But yeah. What else?
You're not talking into the microphone, hey?
No.
You're just yelling.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question that's going to be, I think, pretty fun for us both to talk about.
Okay.
I want to hear because recently, let's just preface this. Is it preface or preface?
Preface.
Okay, let's just preface this. I recently had a work party for our end of financial year, but it got pushed back because obviously COVID happened, and we've only just been allowed to go anywhere as a group for drinks. So yeah, that was a week ago now, and it was great fun, but I almost died.
Like great fun.
So I want to know. That's probably the most shit-faced I've ever been in my entire fucking life. What about you? What is your like?
No. That's not enough of a preface of what
Really?
happened.
Oh god.
Would you
Well,
like if I'm going to tell my worst story?
I mean, like this. I've got a lot of bad drunken stories, so this is just one of them.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll explain it a little bit further.
Yeah.
So
You tell your
it
story.
was-
Yeah, sorry.
it was an open bar for X amount of time.
Yep.
And I was just drinking ciders, just bottle cider, as I fucking do because I'm a typical white girl. And these ones in particular were 1.5 standard drinks, which I didn't realize until like the fourth one.
What's Strongbows?
I don't ever look at the label.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I only noticed it because someone was talking to me and I can't make eye contact very well, so I was looking at the label. I'm a very awkward human being. I cannot do eye contact. My eyes go fucking. I can with you because like we fucking
I've seen
stuff.
your shit.
Yeah, you have. Anyway, yeah. So drinks happened, and I am stupid and didn't eat anything before I went because I was under the impression that we were going to eat while we were there, but it was just finger food. So it was like bao buns and dumplings and fried rice and stuff. Like there was heaps of that, but like not enough to put a good amount in your stomach to not die.
Yep.
So yeah, I ate all that, whatever. Kept drinking. I ended up pretty tipsy after like 2 drinks, but I just kept fucking going because I'm stupid. And we ended up going to a second place, and by that point I was trashed, and it probably would have been a good idea to go home then, and it would have been like the perfect amount of really fucking drunk where I wouldn't have, the next part. I took a Snapchat of me in front of a Lamborghini and sent that to Nick, and I captioned it. That's it, just it.
I'm pretty sure it's meant to be lit.
Probably meant to be it's lit. I don't fucking know. And then we went to a different place that I can't remember the name of. I had a couple more drinks there, and it got to a point where I was so blasted that I was just ready to pass away. And I put the call out to Nick, come get me please. So he did, and I was completely off my fucking nut. I was so drunk, I think. And once I got in the car, that's the last memory I have is getting in the car. And then waking up at 2:30 a.m. on the lounge room floor with a splitting headache and feeling extremely unwell.
Yep.
And I like army crawled my way into the bathroom and I jumped in the shower, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if I did it myself or if you helped me. I can't remember.
No, I definitely helped you.
And I laid in the shower, I think, for probably hours. The water went cold. That's the only reason why I got out.
Yeah, it was a good couple hours.
Yeah. And I threw up all my dumplings and my bao buns, all of that down the bloody drain. Yeah, I was not well, was I?
No.
Nah. And then I just kept I couldn't stop throwing up. Hey, it just kept coming. And then it got to a point where I had nothing left in my stomach and it was just bile coming out.
Yep.
Just air coming out. And then I had like the worst pains in my tummy ever. And then Nick called the ambos.
Because you wanted me to.
I thought I was dying. I was genuinely because I had that pain in my stomach one time before in my life, and it was my 19th birthday, and I ended up in hospital. So I was like, it's happening again.
Yeah.
And I had to get my stomach pumped that time. So, yeah, I was like, it's happening again. I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta. So, yeah, that happened. And then I think I just fell asleep. And then they turned up, and I was like, not that sick anymore, and I kind of felt bad.
Yeah.
Here I am wasting resources.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. So what about you?
Well,
I feel like I told that so boringly.
would you like me to tell my side of that story?
But like, did I tell that in the most boring way possible?
No. No.
Let me know if that was monotonous, and I'll fix it.
Would you like me to tell you
Can
my
you
side?
auto-tune it instead?
I wish. It's like $500 for auto-tune.
Oh.
But would you like me to tell you what I experienced that night?
Oh, yeah. Go, yeah.
So I was at work and I had to stay back until probably 6. We were really, really busy that day. Anyways, Andrea's texting me. Because mind you, like, your work party started at like 5?
Mm-mm.
No? 4?
Mm.
2?
Mm.
Okay. Well, I'm at work. I finish at 5:30 normally, but I'm there till 6. And I'm locking up our compactors at the back. And all the while, Andrea's texting me being like, I'm so drunk. And I'm like, sick. I'm like, I'm happy you're out there having a good time. That's
Because I
fun.
wasn't going to go because I'm not a very social person. Like, I like to stay home and just ignore everybody that I ever meet in my entire life.
Mm.
So this was a big deal for me to go out with my workmates.
It was huge.
Yeah. Like,
And I was really happy
and I
for
went
you.
like by myself, not really being super close with anyone I work with. But yeah, so it was a big deal. So
It was huge. And I was really proud of her. So I'm really happy that you're going. Because you were going to pull out last minute.
Yeah.
But yes,
Because
I'm happy
that's
you
just
went.
the fucking kind of person I am. I'm a flaky ass bitch. Don't invite me anywhere.
Like phyllo pastry. But
Yep.
we went to, so you're happy. Yeah, you went and you texted me, oh, I'm so drunk. I'm like, fuck yeah, have fun. Hope you're having fun. Anyways, you were going to originally walk to my workplace because it's just around the corner from where you were. And then you're like, oh, I think I might stay for a bit. And I was like, okay, well, I have to stay back late because I'm packing up. But like, do you want me to come get you? And you're like, yeah, come get me. Then like 2 minutes later, you're like, don't worry about it. And I was like, okay, fine, no worries. I was like, I'm just going to go home then. I'll meet you at home. Like, just let me know when you want me to come pick you up. And so I went home and it was probably like 7:30, I think. No, 7. You text me being like, can you come get me? I was like, yep, no worries. So I went and got you. And I picked you up and you got in the car and you're like, I had so much fun. I'm so drunk. And I was like, that's awesome. I'm so happy you had such a great time. Anyway, so we're driving. And from when I got home from work to when...
This is, okay, let me just say, this is the part where I'd have no recollection from here on.
Yeah.
So what Nick tells me is I don't know what happened. So let's go.
So from the time I got home, on my way, when I was packing up from work to coming to get you, I had a splitting headache. Like I was on the couch, lights are off, and I was closing my eyes, trying to fall asleep, so that I didn't fall asleep past having to come get you. Anyways, my headache luckily went away by the time I had to come pick you up because I had a bunch of Nurofen. It's all sweet.
A bunch, like
A
the whole
bunch.
packet, yeah.
Yeah. And so I went and picked you up, and you were telling me about your night and how much fun you'd had, and you're like, oh, we got to go to Happy Boy. It's so delicious. And I was like, cool. We should go to Happy Boy one time. And then I get to turning right on...
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Anyways, in the valley, turning right to go onto the Story Bridge. And you're like, anyway, how's your night? And I was like, oh, actually, I had a really, really bad night, mate. I had this really bad headache, but it's fine now. And you're like, oh, yeah. And that is the last time you spoke until...
No, you got to tell them about the part where I said, I want to have sex.
I didn't know if you want me to say that because you're embarrassed by it.
No. Do it because I think it's
Okay.
I think it's the most cringy fucking thing, but also the funniest thing.
All right. Well, before
And I
this,
don't remember doing it at all, which makes it even worse / better.
so she gets in the car. She's like, hey, and I was like, has not, blah, blah, good. Yeah, sweet. Anyways, I hadn't even driven away yet. And she's like, can we have sex tonight? And I was like, yeah, of course. And then you're like, she did this and she grabbed like the sides of the car seat and she's like, fuck you.
So rapey.
But yeah, so that's what happened. And then Anyway, so then fast forward. You're like, how was your night? I was like, I had a stomach headache, and now I'm better, but it's all good. And then you were like, and then I was like, oh fuck. And I look over, and you are asleep. And I was like, shit. I was like, you're not gonna go at all. And then anyways, we get up down a bit further. We're probably like 5 minutes away from our house, and you're like, I'm gonna be sick. And I was like right now. And she's like, yeah, you got to pull over and be sick. And I was like,
I'm having PTSD flashbacks right now.
yeah. And I was like, oh fuck. And this is like a place where I don't know where to pull over because I've never had to fucking pull over in this area. So like, oh, okay. So I went to like this like rich area, and I found like a patch of grass where we could pull over. So I pulled over. You jumped out, and you just went like this in the gutter. And you weren't even throwing up. You just fallen asleep, but in like a kneeling position. And I was like, okay. So I was like rubbing your back, like seeing if you're gonna throw up, and you didn't throw up. And I was like, we've got to go. And you're like, oh, okay, can I lie in the back? And I was like, yeah, okay. And you lied in the back.
Did I?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I don't know that.
Well, here's the thing, because we got home, and I had to pee really bad, and so I was like, I couldn't wake you up. I couldn't get you out of the car. So I was like, I've got to pee. So I ran inside, went and peed, and came back out. And I was trying to get you out of the car, but you wouldn't get out of the car. And then I finally got you out of the car, and you were lying on the driveway. And then finally I got you up off the driveway and inside to lie down on the carpet, which is where you woke up later. From parking the car in the driveway to getting you inside was an hour and a half. And then I was trying to get you in the shower.
Why don't you just pick me up?
I did. That's how I got you inside.
Oh.
Yeah. That's how I got you out of the car.
It's like being a little kid all over again. You fall asleep and you're just
you're at home. Yeah. But yeah, so I got you inside, and I was like, because I just wanted to get you inside so you're warm and we weren't outside. And I got you on the carpet. It was fine. I laid you down, put your pillow on your head, and got you a blankie, and you were fine. And I was like, I was trying to wake you up to see if you wanted something to eat, and it was like 10:30, and I was like, oh, you're not gonna want anything to eat. And so I was like, well, I'm just gonna make myself something to eat, make myself some dinner. And then I ended up falling asleep on the couch at 1:30, because between that time I was trying to wake you up. And then you woke up at 2:30 and you're spewing and in the shower. And then the ambulance came about 5:30. And then I fell asleep at 6:30. And then I woke up at 7:30 to go to work.
Yeah.
And it was a really fucking cool day at work, I'll tell you that much.
I was so fucking... That is the worst hangover I've ever had. Ever. Ever. It lasted probably a day and a half. So, yeah. Are we okay for time?
Yeah, well, I'm just going to quickly...
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
It's funny now, but at the time, I was not well.
No, you weren't.
So I've taken a bit of a break from doing anything like that. Even I had a cider last night and I almost couldn't stomach it.
Yeah, I feel like after you've almost died, or that sort of feeling is just never... You can't drink certain things after that, you know?
Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, sorry, what about you? What's your...
My worst?
Yeah, that you can remember.
My worst that I can ever remember was in Darwin, and I went drinking with a few of my friends who I used to go drinking with a lot, and we ended up... There's this place called Monsoons, and it's just a dump of a place. I mean, we ended up there, but everyone goes there, so we ended up there. And then we went to this place that was newer. I can't fucking remember the name of it, but I remember the dance floor was like colored squares, and then it was like always... It was really cool because it was either trap or like just random R&B. Anyway, so we went there. We used to go there a fair bit, and then they had like the main dance floor area, and then they had like an upstairs, almost like a loft type thing, but you had to like buy a table for up there. Anyways, but me and my friends always try to get up there because it was funny, and we just tried to convince the security guard that we had a table. And sometimes it worked. Most of the times it didn't. But this one time in particular, we went up and we're like, yeah, no, we got a table with our friends over there. And this couple, like they were older, they would have been in their like 40s or something like that. They were like, oh yeah, they're with us. It's all good. And we're like, yeah. And then so we went and sat up there. And I'm sure I've got a photo somewhere of me and one of my friends, and we're just like sitting in this booth like, what the fuck are we doing up here? And this couple bought us drinks all night. Like we didn't pay for another drink. And it was like vodkas and whatever.
How many friends did you have there? Like, was it you and...
It was me.
You don't need to say names, just...
Me and 3 others.
So they bought drinks for all of you?
They didn't stop buying us drinks.
Oh my God.
We didn't pay for another drink all night. And it was, and it was like vodka sodas, whatever we wanted.
Oh my God.
All night.
Imagine having that kind of money.
They didn't fucking know us.
Dude, I can't even pay for my own drinks all night.
It's right? It's crazy. So we obviously took them for a ride. It was fun. And then we ended up leaving. And we went to another place which is like further down Mitchell Street, called Discoveries. Big nightclub. We went there, drank some more because one of our friends, his girlfriend worked at the bar. So she would just like give us free drinks. So we got free drinks there. Anyways, I'm fucking shit-faced. I can't remember another time I'm more drunk in my life. I was so drunk that I went to the bathroom and I was taking a pee and I just threw up just all over the urinal. And it was like there was people beside me. They were not impressed. I thought it was really fucking funny. And so then I just like kept spewing like on the floor. It was a fucking disaster. And then anyway, so like I washed my hands and I left. And I'm like, we gotta go home. And it was 2 of the dudes that I used to live with. And they're like, oh yeah, sweet. Anyways, I lost Evan, who I used to live with, but we found him and he was like asleep. And then I don't remember what happened between then and waking up somewhere I didn't recognize, to my other friend Macca being like, dude, what the fuck, wake up. And I was like, where am I? It was just some alley in Darwin. And I was like, how'd I get here? I thought I was waking someone up. Anyway, so then I wake up. And then I don't remember anything until there's like this big, there's like big fig trees that like are all like twisted and stuff. Anyway, so the next thing I remember, I'm sitting next to, there's like this giant one in the middle of Mitchell Street where the taxi rank is. Next thing I remember, I'm sitting there and I'm playing in this puddle. And I'm just like splashing my hand around in this puddle. And I'm like, ugh. I'm like, whoa, what's this? And Mac is like, starts like dry reaching. And then Evan throws up all over this tree. And I'm like, what's that? And Mac is like, that's your fucking vomit. And I was like, because I'm sitting with my like legs out. And I'm like looking at like this. And I go, and I like realize what I'm doing. And I go, oh, and I spew all over my hand. And then I go, oh, and I spew again. So then I try to the tree's on my right hand side, so I try to spew in the tree, but I go, oh, and I just spew all over my shirt and my pants, and then onto the tree. There's someone sleeping next to the tree, so I almost spew on him, and he's not impressed, and so that was hilarious. And then Macca grabs me. This maxi taxi pulls up, grabs me and Evan, and puts us both in the maxi taxi, and we fall into the maxi taxi, and I fall asleep. And then I wake up to us parked on the side of the road, and it's like this big grass area I'd never seen in my life, and Evan's spewing, Macca's peeing, and I just fall back asleep again. And then I wake up in the morning at home.
In your bed?
Yep.
What the hell, man?
In the clothes I slept in. And
no.
I threw all my sheets out and those clothes. But I woke up and it felt like someone had just set off fucking fireworks in my brain.
Yep.
And I remember like walking out in the lounge room. I was just like, oh, fuck. And Mac is like, do you remember anything of last night? And I was like, oh, it's real patchy. And he's like, yeah, you're a real piece of shit for that. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And then we had this like beanbag, and I just sat down the beanbag. I was like, oh, fuck. And then went and got a burger, and it was all sweet. But yeah, it was that whole. I was like out of action for 3 days.
Alcohol's whack.
It was bad, man. It was that's by far the drunkest I've been and the worst hangover I've ever had.
Yeah, man. I like how in hindsight it's funny, but at the time it's like the worst fucking thing.
Yeah, no, it was the worst. But then again, Macca got me back, so it's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, there was one night where we had like a regimental ball, and the tradition is just get shit faced, and but I was like, I just want to go home. I'm pretty bored of this, and so I was like, look, man, I'm going. So if you want me to come get you, just let me know. Yeah, man, no dramas. So I went home, and he didn't text me, but he did text me to say he was. No, he didn't even text me. I just went home and I was playing PlayStation, and then Evan knocked on the door. He's like, dude, you got to come help me, because he was there with Macca, and I was like, oh, okay. And I went out, and there's just like fucking vomit all down our driveway, and just like all over Macca. Evan's got it on him, and he's like, you've got to help me get him inside. And I'm like, this is probably payback. So we picked him up either side of his armpits and like dragged him inside, and he's just like, oh, all through our house. It's just like a stream of spew all through from our like garage through our kitchen all to Macca's room.
No.
It was just like this red throw up. It was so gross.
Oh my god.
And then he fell asleep, and we put him in the we got his clothes off, we put him in the shower, and we were just like sitting there talking to him while he was having a shower. And I've got a video of him, and he's like halfway out of the shower, and he's like, I'll tell you what, you boys are good. I know he was in his bed. I got the video. I got a photo of him in the shower. I got a video of him in bed, and he's like, I fucking love you cunts. You guys are good cunts, I tell you what. It was really funny. It was really sweet.
Yeah.
He's got a fucking kid.
Wholesome content
now.
alert.
Yeah. He went hiking through Nepal and met an Italian girl, and now he's got a baby with her.
Oh, there you
Pretty
go.
cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Well, it's
Real
better,
sweet.
It's better than our story.
Yeah.
Our story's pretty cool, don't get me wrong. Well,
Yeah.
it's not cool, but it was fun.
It was fun.
But that reminds me, I wanted to say one more drunk story.
Yeah.
Because it's my favorite to tell because I think it's hilarious.
Go for it.
And it's the Jackson's Christmas party
Oh,
story. So
Yeah.
you and I had pretty much just started dating. We were quite new. We were very new, actually.
It would be like 3 months. 2.
Probably like 1 or 2 months.
Yeah.
Into the piece. So we were very new. You were at home, and I was going to Jackson's Christmas party with him, my bestie.
Shout out Jackson.
Shout out Jackson. And this was 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
Going on 2 years ago. I was drinking, I think it was just bourbon and cokes all night. And the people that were working there were making them fucking double shotted. I'm 100% sure. But this was with all of Jackson's workmates and stuff. Everyone was fucked off their faces. So I'm not even embarrassed about how drunk I was. But this was my first time meeting any of them. So yeah, their first impression of me is like, oh, that drunk bitch. But I remember I took some refraction glasses with me.
Yeah.
And I got so drunk that like I was just like giving them to like, because like some people were on drugs and I was like giving them to people to be like, oh look, oh my god, because we're all fucked.
Yeah.
And they were like, holy shit. And then I remember I gave them to some chick and she just took off with them. And then it took me ages to realize, and I was like, oh, my refraction glasses. And then I was basically going through this entire Christmas party of people that I did not know, like looking for these glasses and threatening to bash this girl if she didn't give them back. So I even have a video of me like literally videoing myself going, where are my refraction glasses?
And people are like, I don't know.
Yeah. And I'm like, some fat bitch took my glasses. And it's not pretty. But anyway, I got so drunk, and I remember I think I was messaging you throughout the night, And I think, yeah, I was waiting for my Uber and it kind of hit me then just how pissed I was. And I just laid down on the grass until it came. And he finally came. I got in the back seat and I was like, okay, cool, going home, blah, blah, blah. And off we go. We get to my where I used to live before I moved in here, like that main road. And it just hit me and I felt sick. And I remember I had my head like this, like in my hand I was sitting in the back seat and I had my hand like this and I was like, I cannot vomit right now. And I was like psyching myself out of it. I was like, don't spew. And I was like breathing in and out, like super heavy. And the driver's like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm all right. And we were so close to home and it just came out. I was just all down my front. I was wearing a white shirt and I caught it in my arms like this. And I was trying so hard to be silent about it. So I was just like, and it's just dribbling all down the front of me and I'm catching it in my hands. And we finally pull over. And the Uber driver's like, are you sure you're okay? And I'm like, because it was still in my mouth. And he's like, do you need help? And I was like, and I like, with my spewy hands, open the door and like shove myself out of this car. And I just like let all the spew go out of my arms. And then he drove off. And I remember everything was so spinny. I was on my street, but I didn't know where the fuck I was. So I was like, where am I? And like with purple all down the front of my shirt. And I remember like I was on the other side of the road. So I just crossed this main road pissed as. Like lucky I don't think there was much traffic. I just went for it. I don't think I even looked. But then I ended up like laying right out front of my house and I rang you. Or did you ring me?
No, you text. Oh, no, you rang.
I rang you? I don't remember. Anyway, and I was talking to you while I was laying on the front lawn. Yep. And then I think I just passed out at one point and while you were still on the other line. And then you had to come because you thought that I was dead.
No, what happened was that the last thing I heard you say was, oh, there's someone here. And then you're like, no, I'm okay. Like talking to this person. And that's the last thing I heard. And I was like,
well, yeah, anyway, so I fell asleep.
Got a blast.
Nick had to come and check that I didn't pass away or, get kidnapped or something. And I managed to, I do remember this though. I managed to get myself up. Like I woke up and I was like, oh shit, this isn't safe. Grabbed my shit, went upstairs. I thought that I was being quiet, but I was being quite the opposite. I was stomping so loud. And in my head, I was like, fuck, because my roommate was asleep. And I just threw myself in the shower and fell asleep in there.
Yeah.
And that was that. But I don't remember being super hungover the next day. But I think that one's funny because I spewed all down the front of myself and had to catch it in my hands.
Yeah. I remember you being like, don't look at those clothes.
Yeah.
But I remember because I got to your house and I couldn't find you at the front. And I walked your block trying to find you because I was like, she's nowhere near our house. There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
So I went around looking. I couldn't see you. And then I was like, I'll just let myself in. And I didn't have to try hard because you left the door unlocked.
Oh, fuck.
So I just like walked into your house and I could hear the shower going. And I was like, oh, cool. She's got herself in the shower. And again, this is very new. So I didn't really know your habits that much.
He hadn't seen my butthole yet.
No, not yet. And but it was like, very new. So I didn't really understand your habits. And I was like, I'll just go and like wait in a room, And so I like yelled. I was like, hey, I'm just here. Like, I'm in your room. I didn't hear anything back, but I was like, oh, it's okay. She's probably not really feeling that great. So I went and like I hung out in your room and I just started like watching YouTube and watched a podcast or something because 45 minutes had passed. And that's when I was like, I got to pee and you've been a while. So I went into the bathroom and there was just fucking water everywhere. And I was like, motherfucker. And that was the first time I saw you really drunk and you were spewing. And I
swear to God.
And that was the night I had to get over my spew fear.
Sorry. When I'm drunk, I tend to flood bathrooms. I don't know what the fuck it is. I do it every fucking time. Every time I get plastered, even before I met you, I flood the bathroom. Every time. Because I always shower when I feel bad.
Yeah.
Even when I'm like actually sick with the flu or something, I'll just go and lay in the shower because it just makes me feel a bit better. But I flood the bathroom every fucking time.
Yeah.
because I just lay on the drain because I'm a fuckhead. Anyway, that was a long discussion of
It was.
drunken,
It was.
drunken adventures.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Hmm.
cool stories.
Great story.
Yeah.
No, I just yeah, that was you do have a tendency to flood a bathroom because even not last time you didn't do it last time, but the time before that.
I consciously moved off the plug last time, off the drain. Yep, I made sure that I laid around it. Yeah.
Last time, not last time, the time before that, you did flood the bathroom in here.
Yes. Was I drunk or was I just sick?
No, you were drunk. No,
I'm
it
not
was
an alcoholic.
after-
I'm not an
No,
alcoholic.
no.
I don't drink very often.
No, but when you do it well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But was it also Jackson's fucking Christmas party?
I think it might have been the other one. Yeah, I think it
Yeah,
was.
it was. Yeah. Because Jackson came over, I think. Yeah, picked Jackson up. And he came over and hung out, and then he got picked up by Jackson Grant, I think. Something along those lines, anyway. But he left. You went into the shower. You were in there for a while, and I was like, I'll go check on her. And I stepped onto our tiles, and they were soaked. And our bedroom carpet had got wet. The living room carpet had got wet. Good fun.
Oops.
But
Good
all's
stories.
well that ends well.
Good stories. Yeah.
Well, that's about all.
I thought we were going to talk about Shark Tank.
Do you have a Shark Tank idea?
I don't, but I could probably think of something off the top of my head. Can you?
Because
Because we can come back to Shark Tank next episode.
I don't really have a good Shark Tank one. I don't want to taint
Okay.
such a great
Okay.
thing.
Fair enough.
Well, also our light's fading pretty rapidly.
Oh my god, it is.
It's really dark. So I think now's a good time. As any
I just want to quickly.
actually, yeah, let's wrap up. Oh, well, you're
Why?
right. You're right. No, you're right.
Why should we wrap up?
We shouldn't.
I just wanted to quickly say
Yeah.
that you came up with a really cool segment that we want to do within the next episode or the one after that. The friends one. Best friends.
Yeah. Yeah. We can't call it bad friends. Apparently that's taken.
Yeah. So Nick came up with a really good idea and we're going to introduce it probably next episode or the one after that.
Yeah. One after that.
Yeah. But it's going to be really cool. So watch.
Well, let's put the call out there.
Yes.
So we're going to get hopefully Jackson and Jackson to do it. That's who we think should do it because that's where I originally got the idea from.
They'll set the bar.
And they'll set the bar and the precedent for you guys to bring your A game.
Yep.
If you are best friends with somebody and you think it'd be really funny to tell hilarious stories about that friend in front of that friend with us judging you, then feel free to let us know that you're the people for the job.
Yep.
Essentially what we want to do is we want to interview people who are best friends and we want them to come to us and sit down, have a couple of drinks or whatever, and we're going to get them to tell embarrassing stories about the other person. And I thought it was going to be funny because just like we did with your drunk story, you told your turn of events and I told you what it was like from my angle.
Yeah.
And I just thought it'd be a really funny idea.
It would be funny because
yeah.
we were talking to Jackson and Jackson at a outing and
Yeah.
they were telling us about each other's recount of events of
Yeah.
something that had happened and that's when they came up with the idea. So we'll get them on first probably. But yeah, if you have a best friend who you've been best friends with for a little while,
Or even not, but you just got good friend stories.
preferably a little while
Yeah,
so that there's, better stories
true.
back then. But if they're not, that's fine. If you have a best friend,
Let
reach
us
out.
know.
Reach out.
Yeah.
With embarrassing stories. We don't care about wholesome.
That would be nice, but embarrassing more likely.
We don't care about wholesome.
Or just funny.
There's no wholesome.
Do whatever you want. It's
Yeah.
free world.
No wholesome though.
But like,
And on that note,
thank you very much for watching. We'll
episode 6, 7, 8.
one of them. See ya.
Bye.